Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRIENDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the Washington Commanders are making waves once again. After a roller coaster of a few seasons, the franchise seems to be on the brink of something truly exciting. And believe me, this isn't just hype. There's real substance behind these moves, and they could potentially reshape the division and even the conference in 2025. The last season, 2024, was a big turning point. The Commanders finished with a 12-5 record, a remarkable improvement from the previous year's 4-13. That's a massive jump, and it's not just a fluke. It's a sign of a team that's finally heading in the right direction, with a clear vision and a lot of talent coming together. What made this turnaround possible? Well, it's a combination of factors. First, the leadership. The franchise brought in some really smart, dynamic figures to energize the team. General Manager Adam Peters has been a key architect of this new era, making moves that have paid off handsomely. Head coach Dan Quinn, renowned for his defensive expertise, has brought a new level of discipline and intensity. Offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury has worked his magic with the offense, and defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. has been instrumental in tightening the ship on that side of the ball. This revamped leadership team injected fresh energy into the franchise, and you could see it on the field. And then, there's the star of the show, rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels. Selected second overall in the 2024 NFL Draft, Daniels has been nothing short of spectacular. He's led a high-powered offense that scored 485 points last season, matching the second-highest total in team history and ranking 5th in the entire league. That's a testament to the offensive scheme, the playmakers around him, and his own talent. Daniels has been a true difference-maker, showing poise, arm strength, and leadership beyond his years. And it's not just about the offense. This team now has a swagger, a confidence that wasn't there before. But as we all know, success in the NFL is fragile, and the 2025 season will really test the Commanders' resolve. They are set to face an incredibly challenging schedule, ranked as the 8th toughest in the league. And this schedule isn't just tough on paper. It features 8 games against last year's playoff teams, which means every game will be a battle. The team will wrap up the regular season with 4 crucial divisional matchups, which could determine their postseason fate. These games are always intense, always emotional, and they often come down to who wants it more in the final moments. So despite the optimism, Washington will need to bring their best every week. What's really exciting is that the NFL has taken notice of the Commanders' rise. They've been slotted into 5 primetime games, a clear sign that the league sees them as genuine contenders. Plus, there's the international game scheduled for Madrid, Spain, which is a huge deal. Playing an international game elevates the team's profile globally and signals that the NFL believes Washington is part of the worldwide conversation. And if that wasn't enough, they'll also play most of their high-profile games at home, including a Christmas Day showdown against the Dallas Cowboys, which will be streamed on Netflix. That game alone could be a playoff-style battle, and the fact that it's on Christmas makes it even more special for fans. But of course, with great expectations come great responsibilities. To truly sustain this momentum and push toward a deep playoff run or even a Super Bowl, the team needs to continue strengthening its roster. And right now, the focus is heavily on the defense, especially the pass rush. The Commanders made some notable moves in the 2025 NFL Draft, selecting key players who could make an impact. For example, second-round cornerback Trey Amos is expected to bolster the secondary. If he lives up to the hype, he could be a key piece in their defensive puzzle. Also, 6th-round linebacker Kyle Medrano has shown promise and could develop into a valuable contributor. However, the biggest concern on defense remains the pass rush. Last season, Washington's defense was solid overall, but they lacked that one dominant edge rusher who could consistently pressure the quarterback and turn games around. That's where the potential trade for Trey Hendrickson becomes such a game-changer. Hendrickson was a revelation in 2024 with the Cincinnati Bengals, leading the NFL with 5 sacks. That's a staggering number. He played all 17 games, racked up 33 solo tackles, forced 2 fumbles, and was a constant threat to opposing quarterbacks. His ability to get after the passer makes him one of the most feared edge rushers in the league right now. And here's the interesting part. Hendrickson has voiced his frustrations with his current team. His situation in Cincinnati has become somewhat tense, with reports indicating he's unhappy with his contract and how negotiations have been handled. He even made some pointed comments about the Bengals, communication, and the way they've treated him, suggesting that his relationship with the team is strained. Getting sent 30 days before mandatory camp suggests they don't expect anything to be resolved by then, Hendrickson said. Also compared the communication issues to provoked shark attacks, which is pretty telling about his state of mind. Despite that, Hendrickson still maintains that his relationship with the Bengals isn't beyond repair. But the fact that he's open to a new beginning makes him a prime trade target for teams looking to instantly upgrade their pass rush. And the Washington Commanders, with their strong cap space, projected to be the 6th highest in 2026, are in a prime position to make a move. They could offer Hendrickson a lucrative extension, and with Dan Quinn's defensive schemes, he could thrive once again. This move could instantly elevate Washington's defense, making them not just good but elite. Adding Hendrickson would be a big step toward turning the Commanders into a well-rounded team capable of competing at the highest levels. It would help close the gap between their offense, which is already potent, and their defense, which needs that extra push to become dominant. Imagine the impact of having a pass rush leader like Hendrickson alongside the other talented players already on the roster. It would make opposing quarterbacks think twice every time they drop back to pass, and that's exactly what you need in the playoffs. Now, some might wonder, why would Cincinnati trade such a top-tier player? Well, Hendrickson has made it clear he's frustrated and seeking a new opportunity. The Bengals are in a bit of a cap crunch, and they might be looking to rebuild or reset their roster. For Washington, this is a golden opportunity. The team has shown willingness to be aggressive in free agency and trades, and acquiring a player of Hendrickson's caliber could be the move that pushes them over the edge. This isn't just about patching a hole, it's about making a statement. The Commanders want to be recognized as serious Super Bowl contenders, and adding Hendrickson would send a clear message that they're ready to compete at the highest level. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay off big time. With the team's current core, the explosive offense led by Daniels, and a defense that's hungry for a star edge rusher, Washington could be assembling a squad that's difficult to beat. And let's not forget that the NFL landscape is ever-changing. The NFC East is one of the most competitive divisions in football, with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys always lurking, ready to pounce on any mistake. But if Washington can pull off a trade for Hendrickson and continue their upward trajectory, they could become the team to beat in the division. And that's what every fan dreams of, seeing their team rise, challenge the Giants, and finally make a deep playoff run. So as we look ahead to the upcoming season, the big question is, will Washington pull the trigger? Will they go all in on a player like Hendrickson to solidify their defense and give themselves a real shot at the Super Bowl? The signs are pointing toward yes, and fans should be excited, because the potential is there. The team is on the rise, and with a little bit of luck, some smart moves, and that relentless Washington spirit, they might just be on the cusp of something historic. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move for Trey Hendrickson? Do you think it's the missing piece that can take this team to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the franchise. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, news, and analysis. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the Washington Commanders' spirit alive. This season could be historic, and I can't wait to see what they do next. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Commanders.